This lesson is about symmetry. Do you know what color chartreuse is? Well, stay tuned. You'll find out at the end. You watched my video called Symmetry by Ms. Bourne, and now you will use Google Slides to show symmetry in a really fun way. I'll show you how to copy, paste, and flip a photo to show vertical symmetry and horizontal symmetry. Both of these can be called bilateral because the image is doubled. And I'll also show you how to crop and rotate an image to show radial symmetry. You'll end up with a page kind of like this that shows vertical, horizontal, and radial symmetry. You can choose whatever face you would like from the internet. Sometimes when you're confused, it just means you're ready to learn. You could always re-watch the video to review the steps, and of course, I'll help you in person. You'll put your 3 finished designs on this page, and you will use a different page to work. So you'll type in the name of the person you're looking for, include the word face, and be sure to click on images. There's a lot of good pictures of LeBron. I saw a cartoon I liked, so click on the image that you want, then you go right click, copy image. Now I'm back on my work page. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Control V to get my picture to show up. I'm going to resize, drag the corner to make it a little bit smaller. Now, here's something a little tricky. Click on the picture, double click to get a black border. And now I want to drag, I get a double arrow. I'm going to drag, oops, Control Z. I don't want to drag the picture, I want to drag the border itself. There, I got the border. Double click to get that black border. And I'm going to change the edge. I'm going to drag to about halfway through an eye and make it not quite so tall, like so. Click away, and now I have cropped away. It's still selected. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. This part is really neat. I'm going to drag one, move it over so you can see. I'm going to drag one point in the middle. At first he's squished, but I keep going, and that's what flips my picture. I put the 2 together. I can adjust this one a little bit. And now I have a vertical symmetry image. Select all, copy, go to my done page, Control V to paste. Looks kind of small here. I'm going to resize. I'm going to repeat those same steps, only flip it horizontally now. So I'm back on my work page. I'm going to click and delete 1/2 of my image. Double click and I can resize the border. I'm recycling that image I used before. Now I want to do, let's see, pretty much just the eyes. I want to capture his ear on the other side too. And I will include the top of his head. Click away, I have changed the border. It's still selected. Control C, Control V. It's the same idea, only now I drag from the top down. I keep going, and it's flipped. This one's pretty funny. I put it together and adjust it a little bit. I'm going to keep adjusting. I want to line up the edges. There we go. Select both top and bottom. Control C to copy. Here's my finished page. Control V to paste. I like the horizontal one better than the vertical one. It's more fun to look at. So now I'm going to do the radial design. I'm going to select and delete half. Double click so I can recycle this image. I want a tall, thin rectangle, like so. That'll do. Click away. All right, now I'm going to make the whole thing a little smaller because I'm about to rotate, and I'm going to need the space to rotate. It's selected. Control C, Control V. Grab that little handle at the top and rotate it sideways. Move it over. It's still selected. Control C, Control V. Rotate using that handle. Move it into place. It's still selected. Control C, Control V. I'm going to rotate again. Guess what? I'm really almost done. Okay, I've got vertical and horizontal, but I really want it to be radial. Here's a time saver. It's all lined up. I click and drag to select all four at the same time. Control C, Control V. I've got all four selected together. I can rotate using that handle. All four will rotate, and I move it back on top. Say something like that happens and I deselect, I could go back and hold down Shift on the keyboard. 1, 2, 3, I'm holding down Shift, 4, and I've got those four selected again. Maybe I want to rotate them just a little bit more. Interesting. Drag to go across all of those radial design pieces. Control C, I've copied all of them. Back to my display page. Control V. And it's kind of big, right? I want to be able to see all three at the same time. Drag from the corner to resize. I have a very nice vertical, horizontal, and radial symmetry designs. So now that my display page is done, I no longer need the work page, and I can hit backspace or delete to get rid of that. I go back to the display page with all my finished artwork, and I want to correctly name my Google Slide file. First name, last initial. Keep the word Symmetry. You'll submit this one page to me on Google Classroom, and later I'll explain my idea for a digital art show. Did you remember about Guess That Color? Well, chartreuse is a bright, bright yellow-green. I hope you're having fun making digital artwork and different kinds of symmetrical designs.